everyone, my name's Angie. Welcome to my channel where I like to do all things homemaking. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me as I shop for new fall decor for this year. I'm going to the at-home store and also to Hobby Lobby, and I'll show you how I'm going to be using some of these items. So thank you so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get started. Here we are at the at-home store, and they did have several selections of wreaths this year. This one was $34.99, and I feel like they're pretty reasonable on their wreaths and garlands. And this was a pretty just pumpkin wreath made of velvet pumpkins. And these leaves are shaped sort of like a Japanese maple leaf. They had a very large assortment of different types of pumpkins, and they were pretty realistic looking, coming in all different colors and sizes. They also had these stackable statue type pumpkins that were pretty realistic. They had this in a multicolored, and they also had a white one. And they had some pretty large pumpkins here also. So if you're looking for a big assortment, they had a lot here to choose from. Here's some more of the larger size. And then they also had some different fall pillows here. The pillows were more neutral tones. And here was a cute embroidered pillow, which I think a lot of these were new for this year. I don't remember seeing them last year. And then they had this large cornucopia that would be pretty for Thanksgiving. And here's some cute little churches. And these are just some little acorn and pumpkin dishes in different styles. Some more neutral tone pillows. Here's some cute scarecrows. And then they also had a few of these glass blown pumpkins. And those are kind of fun to put on a table arrangement. This is a wreath that's similar to the one I bought last year. I really like the corals kind of mixed in to the fall colors. And then here's some garland. And it seemed like they had wreaths that matched the garlands. And these were $39.99, I believe, or $34.99. So I thought that was pretty reasonable for how full these were. And here's more of a metallic color palette. And then this is just some more wreath options here. I thought this one was really pretty also for $40. And then they also had this similar one to the one that we've seen at Hobby Lobby. That's kind of a maroon leaf color. This was a little smaller than the one at Hobby Lobby. And then they had these pillow styled pumpkins. And then these basket woven type pumpkins. So they did have a pretty large selection there. Now we're moving on to Hobby Lobby. And my favorite place to shop for florals is Hobby Lobby because they're very realistic and you can always get them on sale. I thought these were very realistic. And then these are the hydrangeas that have been popular this year. So if you go every other week, you'll find them when they're on sale. It's a different type of hydrangea. And these were, I believe, $9.90 or $12.99 with 40% off. And then that's the another new stem for this year. I believe it's like a Queen Anne's lace stem. And then these were all the garlands for this year. And I thought that this garland was really pretty with the neutral tones and the acorns on it for $39.99. I thought that was a pretty good price for that. And they had a lot of picks to choose from. There's a lot of the mauve toned and golden toned hydrangeas. And I believe they had these picks last year. And then they also had the dark blue eucalyptus stems. And then here's another neutral tone wreath for $37.99 with 40% off. I thought that wreath was really pretty. It was a little more expensive. And then the magnolia leaf wreath here for $50. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Angie, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my fall haul for this year, 2024. This week school started in my county and I'm getting excited for fall, and I'm going to show you what I've been collecting over the past couple months. So I'm going to be starting with what I found at the at-home store, and then also everything that I have found at Hobby Lobby. So let's go ahead and get started. So at the at-home store, they had some really pretty garlands this year. Last year I found a wreath that had apples on it, and this year they had a garland that is very similar to the wreath that I found. So this one has some kind of coral colored hydrangeas on it, some pumpkins and some apples and some berries. And I think I'm gonna put this around my kitchen window somehow, but I really love the colors in this. And I think it'll look really pretty with the copper tones that I have in my kitchen right now. So I was excited to find this. And this was $34.99, which I thought was a pretty good price for as much that's on it. And I believe it is a 6 foot, yes, it's a 6 foot garland. They had a variety of different types of pumpkins there. I thought that these would be cute out on my screened-in porch area because they're made to look kind of like a stone, even though I'm not sure if this is ceramic. They're pretty lightweight, but it's made to look kind of like concrete that's been painted. So I thought that would be cute. This is a type of gourd. I was trying to get some things that looked a little different this year because I have a lot of pumpkins. And then also this white pumpkin. And this one was $8.99 and this was $9.99. Okay, now moving on to Hobby Lobby. So I found these terracotta pots, and these were $1.99. And I bought these to put these mums in out on my screened-in porch, so it'll sit like that. So, and these were $20 with 40% off. I thought this would be cute on my screened-in porch, so I grabbed 2 of these, and I have 2 of these. So these are gonna go out there, which these come in this kind of golden yellow color, and they also come in a bright orange color. And then I also grabbed one of these pumpkins because I'm going to refresh one of the wreaths I have out hanging on my door. And sometimes instead of buying a whole new wreath, you can just take things off and put new things on the old one, or refresh the old one that way. So I'm gonna do that with one of my outdoor wreaths. And then this year at Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure this was new for this year. This faux pumpkin that's very realistic looking. I'm not sure what this is made of, but personally, I would not put this outside. It feels hollow on the inside, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure. I would say this is probably not waterproof, but it is very realistic looking. And this was originally $44, but I got it for 40% off. So I think it was like $27 or around there. And hopefully they'll come out in different colors and sizes, but this was the only one that they had like this. Okay, here's some florals that I found, and of course Hobby Lobby is great with florals. They have very realistic looking florals for great prices. If you go every other week, their florals are on sale 40 to 50% off. And so I found these pretty stems. I really liked the colors in these. And there's different ways you can use these. If you have like a swag that hangs over the door and you want to extend it and make it longer, you can just extend it by sticking these on the ends. Or if you do a garland on your table and you want to fill it in more, you can just kind of stick these around it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use these yet, but I got 3 of these, and they were originally only $2.99, so 40% off of $2.99, which I thought was great. And then also these berries, the same thing. You can put these in a garland, a swag to make it longer, a bouquet. There's a lot of uses for this. And these were also $2.99 with 40% off. So you really can't beat the prices on these. Okay, some flowers that everybody's been talking about this year because they're so beautiful and very realistic are these hydrangeas. And these, as far as I know, these come in 3 to 4 different colors. This is kind of the mauve-y color. They also had like more of a plum color. They have an ivory color. That might be all the colors that I saw. But I got 3 of these. I thought they were very pretty. And then I also bought these little fall trees that I'm gonna probably put in my windowsill with my little copper house that I have. So I grabbed those. These were $6.50 with 40% off that. And these are $13 with 40% off that. Okay, so this year I grabbed these napkins. They're like a linen cotton blend with a ruffled edge, and I'm going to use these either in my kitchen or dining room. I haven't decided yet. They also had a matching tablecloth that I did not purchase because I'm using a table runner instead, but these are very cute. There's different ways you can kind of dress these up with napkin rings. So I'm going to experiment with this. And then I found this cute little coffee glass coffee cup with a lid that I'm going to have my coffees in the morning. Kind of festive and fun. And they had a sunflower print and a leaf print, and they had one with like a red fox on it. So these are very cute, and these were $8, and I believe they're around $4 on sale. So I grabbed 2 of these, one for me and one for my daughter. Then I found this bunch, which this does look like eucalyptus, because eucalyptus has these kind of round shaped leaves. And I loved the color of this. It looks very realistic with the speckles in it. And I grabbed, and this was $9.99 with 40% off, and it's a pretty full bush here. And then I grabbed these leaf bunches. I love the colors in these. I'll probably end up using them on my table. So I got 3 of these, and there's some berries in it. And the colors would go with the garland that I bought. These were $6 each, and I have 3 of them, and they were 40% off. But I thought they would be pretty kind of all together with this. I grabbed 2 more of these bunches this year. I had 2 of these from last year, and these do sell out very quickly. So if you're interested in these, I would get them right now, because I went to get more last year, and I have 2 stores by my house, and none of them had these. So this is $17.99, which I believe is what the price was last year. And they were 40% off. So these are pretty full bushes. And I'll be experimenting and doing something new with these this year. But I think they're very realistic looking. And they also come in that yellow gold color. New this year also, and you may have seen it on YouTube already, are these, I think they're a Queen's Anne lace or something like that, but they're kind of a lavender tone. And I thought these were beautiful. They're very delicate looking and very realistic looking. I'm excited to use them, and I may be using them with those mauve colored hydrangeas. I'm not sure yet. But these were $10 each with 40% off. Okay, this wreath I bought for my front door this year, and it is a kind of a dark blue-gray color, which would go beautiful on my house because my door is an ivory color and my shutters are gray. And so I bought this, and I bought some of this black with golds and blues and rust color ribbon that I'm gonna do something on the wreath with. And I also bought this rug because it has navy blue in it, and it has a light blue that runs through it. So I thought that that would be pretty together for my front door. This wreath was $55 with 40% off. This was $13.99 with 40% off. And then to go on top of that woven rug, which I used a different woven rug last year that I'm gonna put in front of my other door. That was, I believe it was like ivory and kind of a burnt pumpkin color. I bought this rug to go on the ivory and burnt pumpkin colored rug for my side door. And then this year I got, and this rug is, that pumpkin rug was $14.99 with 40% off. So also this year I got these copper mugs. I got 6 of them, and these were originally $11 with 40% off. And these go with the copper pitcher that I have in my kitchen. So I thought that those would be fun to use. And then also, I think these were new this year. I don't remember seeing them at Hobby Lobby last year, but this was $7.99 with 40% off. A little more realistic than some of them that I've seen. And then also this orange one. I like the fact that they're getting some new shapes and stuff and some different colors. And the stems on these look more realistic than some of the other pumpkins I have. This is the rug that I bought to go on top of the blue plaid rug. And it's just a neutral color with a pumpkin on it. Which these, you almost have to replace these every year because they get, if they're not in a covered area, they get water in them and they get dark spots and get kind of ugly sometimes. But this was $16.99 with 40% off. And then I got this table runner that I think I'm gonna use on my buffet at Hobby Lobby. And this was $21.99 with 40% off. And this pumpkin that I'm gonna either use in my entryway or on my fireplace hearth. This originally is $45 with 40% off, and it does plug in and light up. But I like the kind of woodsy earthiness of this, and I'll probably display it somehow with the wooden mushrooms that I bought last year and do kind of a nature type display. Then I also want to change up my garlands a little bit this year, so I got these hydrangea picks to add to them. In the past, I have used blue hydrangeas that I dried from my yard, and I had blue kind of mixed in. But this year I'm going more with these kind of mauve-y and coral toned hydrangeas. And these were at Hobby Lobby for $2.99, 40% off that. So I grabbed, I think, 5 of the darker ones and 5 of these lighter ones. And I'm just gonna kind of mix them into my garlands just to give them a different look. Then I also grabbed some Early Pumpkin Flameless LED candle from Hobby Lobby. They do smell kind of like a pumpkin spice. And I like these because I'm pretty sure that these have timers on them, if they're like the other ones I bought. Battery operated, but you can put them on a timer. So I grabbed those for my candlesticks. And then also, I love the smell of this candle. It is called Plentiful Harvest. And it says orange peel, pumpkin, buttercream, nutmeg, cassia, clove, vanilla bean, guacamole, I think it is. For some reason, I can smell ginger in this too, but I love the smell. To me, this smells like a ginger snap. So you might want to smell it if you go to Hobby Lobby. I love the smell of this. And this was $8.99 with 40% off. And these were $9.99 with 40% off. And then I had purchased one of these lanterns, I think back in March. And so I knew I wanted to go back and get another one when they were on sale. And these are gonna go on hooks on my screened-in porch. I'm gonna probably put the timer battery-operated candles in this. But I noticed, and just be cautious of this because I've heard other YouTubers say the same thing, that for some reason Hobby Lobby has started putting out the same items at different prices. And so I actually went to one Hobby Lobby and this was $28.99. And then I went to another Hobby Lobby near my house and it was actually, I think it was $41.99. And it's the exact same lantern. So I did not buy the one for $41.99. I actually went back to the other Hobby Lobby and I got a second one. And so I also got these 50% off. So just be aware of that. And it doesn't even matter, like they literally have found the same lanterns in the same store, or the same, whatever it was in the same store, exact same item with different prices on it. So just be aware that they may have different prices on the same item. And I don't know the reason in doing that, but it's pretty disappointing. All right, so that finishes up this year's haul. I hope it gave you some ideas. And I'm really excited to show you how I style all this stuff. So I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next. Bye.